We'd really like vinyl exterior for our house.
You mean like the vinyl seats of my sedan?
No, that's vinyl interior. We're talking about siding made out of vinyl.
Hey, that's genius. What are they gonna think of next? Corinthian leather?
Whether you're building a new home or remodeling an existing home, you have a lot of choices when it comes to your exterior siding. This house is approximately 20 years old and the siding was getting pretty beat. You can look at what we took off of here. You can see it's totally delaminated along the bottom. So before we just chose any siding, we had to go ahead and cut it out. You can see we put brand new OSB oriented strand board in its place there, and up here where it looked just as bad. And what did we choose to put on this house? We went with vinyl. Why vinyl? Because it's got a lot of good properties. It can last a lifetime. It can take a beating nowadays. It doesn't blow off. It really holds together. And it's also energy efficient. Let me show you. Now, when I said it's energy efficient, that's for a few reasons. One, vinyl is a poor conductor of heat, so you don't get all that hot and cold transfer. If it's hot outside, the vinyl will help slow it down, or if it's cold outside, the vinyl will help slow it down. Plus, you've got an air pocket here, and air is an insulator. As long as you can hold the air still, it helps. Even better, putting some foam behind the vinyl. Now, this is 3/4 of an inch thick. We're going to mount that to the wall, and then the guys are going to put the vinyl right on top of that. That 3/4 of an inch of foam here will give it an R rating of about 3.8. That's nice to have a little extra on your walls. If you want to move up even more, there's now contoured foam that fits right behind the panel. It's actually a piece of it. It comes in one section in the exact same shape. This has an R factor of 4.5. So unlike most exteriors, this one does actually insulate your home. And one other nice thing about this is it's super tough. Vinyl on its own is really strong, but you put this in a contour behind it like so, 300 times stronger. Now there's a lot of other features as well. Now they're making the nail hole slots on top of each other where the links actually overlap. And that way, if you're nailing this up on the side of a house and your stud's a little offset, that's okay because you can pick it up on the next one. If it doesn't fit in here, it fits in here. Now one thing to remember, if you're trying to do this yourself, is when you actually nail down the vinyl, don't put the nail all the way in tight. You got to leave it a little room because what's going to happen, the wood frame in your house is going to expand and contract and move a little bit, and you need a little room there on your siding to move. If you put it in real tight, what's going to happen when the studs start to move, it's actually going to bow up your siding. So you got to leave it a little loose or else you're going to end up with a lot of waves going down the side of your house. Now as far as options, it's really unlimited. They're even making antique looks now with vinyl. Look how tight that is. It's a 6-inch wide piece. But what does it remind you of? Probably your grandmother's porch outside. This would have been the ceiling on it when they used strips of wood. Looks just like it, doesn't it? You can add that into your house and you don't have to worry about it ever rotting. Or how about the stone look? Now that looks like real stone, grout in between it, but it's actually vinyl. Flip it over. And unlike stone, it's never ever going to crack. And then, even the brick look. So you can see they antiqued some pieces, roughed up the edges. Every brick does not look the same, so it does look like an actual brick house. Put it up there beside to look at. Not bad, is it? And then there's other choices also for different looks. Here, we've got that restoration look because our pieces are much smaller. More like a Victorian look on a home. Color choices are endless. Here, we've got our brick and our stone that we just saw. We've also got cedar shakes or even hand split shakes. The options of colors and looks are just totally endless. You may have seen homes with vinyl siding that faded in the past. That doesn't happen anymore because now most of the manufacturers mix in sunblocks and titanium to retain the color for the lifetime of the home. Now vinyl siding is very strong, it's energy efficient, and price-wise you can go all across the board, just like the variety of choices, from very inexpensive to expensive depending on what you really want. What I like best about it is once it's installed, it is maintenance free. Come out with your hose and wash it a couple times a year, and that is it. If you'd like more information about finding the right vinyl siding for your home, contact us on the internet at michaelholligan.com.